World, who hasn't heard about Terminator or Schwarzenegger's iconic line? I'll be back. Since the first Terminator movie premieres, this franchise has become a cult favorite with many fans all across the globe, waiting patiently for another sequel. While we bring good news, there is a seventh installment in the works, and here's all we know about it. Before we dive into the seventh movie and tell you everything there is to know about it, we'd like to take you back a bit and explore the entire franchise before we move forward. If you have been a fan of this franchise, then you already know that is possibly one of the oldest franchises, with its first movie premiering in the 1980s, and there's still a lot of talk about it with 6 movies so far. It's also one of the longest living franchises, and there's no doubt that it made a great impact on Schwarzenegger's career. It's a one-action series about which everyone is aware whether they've seen it or not. The 1980s film has some different kind of vibe that attracted him as a fan base that patiently waited to see each following sequel. If he asked die-hard Terminator fans which movie was their favorite, you'll quickly notice how so many respond with Terminator 2. Judgment Day. This sequel broke ground in more ways than one, but it also told a complete story and raised the bar so high that no follow-up could top it. Throughout the years, there have been various Terminator sequels, each with this unique premise. The last movie that premiered in the franchise was Terminator Dark Fate, which was set to revive the entire franchise. This movie was a direct sequel to Judgment Day, however many fans still believe it to be a flop compared to the other films in the franchise. But the one thing that the sixth installment managed to do just right, and that was the reunion of Linda Hamilton as Sarah Connor and Arnold Schwarzenegger as T-800. All of this, the future, brings us to further discuss the future of this franchise. A few years ago, director James Cameron shared his idea for a new Terminator trilogy, with a 6th installment intended at the start. According to Cameron, the 7th sequel has been in talks forever now, and even though he has been continuously asked about it, he's managed to not to reveal anything. But with a reveal of a new trilogy, the possibilities of getting another film are quite high. In addition, we could also be looking at Terminator 8 in the future. After Cameron departed from the Terminator franchise, everyone tried to smash that like button if you haven't done so already, but no, everyone tried to make each other's movie ahead. However, there wasn't much success. Now that Cameron is ready to return, only time can tell whether the sequel will bring back all the glory Terminator once had. So, to confirm that this movie is happening wouldn't be completely wrong. After the 6th film, many cliffhangers were still unanswered, and fans are eager to learn about this release date. Unofficially confirmed, many fans speculated when it might be available in theaters. In the past few years, many fans predicted that the movie could premiere in 2023. But sad news, everyone, we're already in 2023, and the filming hasn't even begun. Also, not many details have been revealed surrounding this film. It's hard to predict when a movie will be released, when everything revolving around the film is being kept tightly under wraps. However, we can still speculate. We have all been curiously waiting to hear about the release date of Terminator 7. Initially, we all believed that it would come 2 years after the 6th installment premiered, but as the years went by, we noticed that this won't be the case. When you look back at all of the Terminator movies and the release dates, you'll notice that each one of them followed a gap of 4 to 6 years between them. The last 2 films were released in 2015 and 2019. If you follow this, the release date for this one should be in 2023, but from everything we've gathered so far, it appears that it will likely be at least 2 more years before we get the chance to see it. So it appears that the best guess is that the 7th movie will premiere sometime in 2025. They should be able to premiere at the end of 2024, but for that to happen, they must start filming it as soon as possible.